Hello world, I'm LJ and this is LJ Goes Sweden. Today it's time to tell you about my biggest reason to use the Tesla camp mode in winter. The reason is pretty obvious. Just look there. There's a river and I just love ice bathing. For me, taking this car on a weekend, heating it up, keeping it running, while I take a short but very cold dip in the water and then coming into this already very warm car, listening to music. It is just truly amazing. And today I'm gonna take you along to that because that is really one of the reasons where I just have to say Tesla is very unique with this. Of course, other electric vehicle manufacturers also now have this ability, but most of them are very complicated to use. And I just have to say, on Teslas, it's very easy, it's very simple to have the car running without needing like a workaround or anything. But let's get inside the car and let's get ready. So first of all, of course, we have to activate the camp mode. Therefore, easy peasy, we go here, we go to camp. But even the low setting in the auto mode is too much for me when we're doing this type of situation. So I usually go deactivate the auto and actually go to the minimum speed of the fan, because that is enough when the car is at 20.5. Yes, of course, it probably will cool down depending. Okay, we have 0 degrees right now, so it's not that worrying. But usually 20.5 with 1 as a fan speed is fully enough to heat up again after a nice and cool little dip in the river. As you saw, the car was at 62% now when we activated camp mode. Let's see how much it goes down when I'm fully done, after ice bathing, after chilling a bit and taking my clothes back on. But first of all, now I always check, is there ice on the spot where I want to go dip? Just take a look down there. There's bubbles coming out of the water. Something is underneath that keeps the water in motion, that makes it harder for the water to freeze. Now, of course, we also had a lot of warmer weather, rain that helped get rid of the ice there. So it's really like easy access. So now let's go into the car again and let's prepare everything so that we can set up my little changing room in the car. Back there is gonna be my position where I always like to chill. That seat is of course also the one with the most space, and therefore we go into this new little feature that Tesla brought to us with the Christmas update, I think. I'm not 100% sure. And we're gonna move the passenger seat all the way to the front. It actually stops right there, which is pretty nice. So you know it stops there if you're not looking, but you can continue when you press it again until you really reach the spot where you think you're okay. And now look at all that space we have back there. You're gonna see it just in a sec when I'm sitting there. It's enough space to easily like change and you never have to worry. Before Tesla brought this seat feature in the main screen, I always had to do it over the small little screen there, which was also fine, but it's just more convenient to do it on the main screen up here. There's actually one thing I want to show you, which is really something that is kind of confusing me. And that is the temperature. Just before I went outside, I showed you it was 0 degrees. Now it says -5, which is totally wrong. And I can actually show you why it's wrong. Because if you click on here, you see it says outside temperature +4. Where is the -5 coming from? It was just 0. Here it says +4. There it says -5. And I noticed a lot when I'm doing these camping situations or when I'm like chilling in the car, that this temperature that is shown up here is always wrong. And I just don't know where is Tesla taking the temperature from, because I remember one time, it was a few weeks ago, where I was ice bathing. I think it was like -2 degrees and I was waiting in the car like after my ice bathing, and then it said -16, which was totally off. And I just don't understand where is this temperature coming from. Is it a sensor in the car that maybe is like still in contact with ice that gives this like wrong values, or is this the internet temperature that Tesla is gathering somewhere? I'm very confused why the temperature is so wrong to the predicted one and also the one that like my phone tells me. So it is probably like around 0 to 1 degree. Maybe you can tell me, what is this value? Why is it always off so much and it's always like colder? I think it has to be a sensor. Enough said, let's go on the back seat right there. And there we are, guys, in the back seat now. So I have all my stuff here that I need, towels and all those things. And as you can see right now, I have moved the front seat, of course, very far up, but a lot of space, so I can easily change here, get my pants off and put them like on this side. My shoes also down there, you can see that's where I always put my shoes. So I would say it's time to get changed. I'm ready. You can see I put some gloves on, I have some shoes on. Feet and hands are definitely the spots that are the easiest to freeze, so I always just like to have them on. It's also the spots that are coldest, the easiest, and the gloves I also wear because I don't want my hands to be sticking to the metal. Now I don't think it's that bad anymore, but still you have a metal ladder, so it's more convenient and just a bit nicer to have some gloves on. And the hat I just like to wear because it feels a bit cozy on the head, and I can also position my microphone there. So we're ready to go. We are at 61% of charge right now. I can see that. The car now tells me -8 degrees. So something is weird there. So I'm gonna grab my phone. Even though the car is in camp mode, I just always want to have my phone with me. If the car, for whatever reason, decides to lock, I have the phone when I am outside freezing, that I can still unlock it. So that's just a safety thing for me. Are you ready, guys? Oh, it's really slippery here. What the hell? What? The car was just saying something to me. That was kind of weird. Oh, look, snowmobiles are coming. On the other side of the river, it's a bit of more work to take you along. So there's the water. You can see it, guys. I hope that seems okay for you. And then we are going. Oh, I see actually there's some ice on here, if you can see it. I'm just gonna clear a bit the area and then we're going. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. 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 Ooh. 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 Oh, with the snowmobiles in the background. Oh, whew. Oh, guys. Oh, it feels so cold today. Oh, but also there's no sun. Maybe that actually makes a difference. Oh, the pain. But it's getting calm. Just breathing. That's always the most important thing. I'm usually always going out and then in for a second dip. The second, of course, way shorter timed, but it's just like a second, you know, your body thinks like, oh, you survived, and then you just give it like another, here we go again thing. But yeah, it's nice. Oh, I also stopped measuring times because, you know, it's not like, oh, I have to be here in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Because in the end it's still dangerous doing this, and especially alone. So I'm always having my limit. And it really seems like he got stuck there. Some issue with his snowmobile. I don't know if you can see it in the background. The metal ropes are probably in the way as well. Oh. Whew. Okay, I think it's time to get out the first time because I feel a bit cold, to be honest. Oh, guys. And I see the ice on here, so I hope I'm not sliding now. Getting a bit. You cannot see me right now, but I'm just shaking. Oh yeah. Just trying to get warm, you know, by moving a bit. And he is not making it. Yeah, he's stuck on area without snow. That is his issue, I guess. And we're going back in for our second small dip. Yeah, but I definitely hear also that this vibrating thing is in the water, like we can see the bubbles there. Oh, so now it's not cold in the beginning. It feels like, oh yeah, it's cold because, you know, your body is cold, but it's not like the shock you have in the beginning of the first round. But your body instantly is like, oh yeah, we're getting cold, and you have this stinging sensation all over your body. But usually there's one point where I always like to go out, and that is when, you know, your sensitive area gets painful, and it gets there now. So I am getting out now. So that was my ice bathing. And now, yeah, no idea how the time is, like I said, but it's sometimes just interesting to see how much it actually is, because of course it feels way longer when you're in there. I'm just gonna show you, I hope you can see back there under the bridge, there is the guy, and now they pushed him over the hill. So maybe it was actually ice, so yeah, I think they got him out there now. It's still cold outside. That is why we have the car, that is why we have the camp mode, to have like a nice and easy, relaxing heating up. But you can see the skin is red. I'm not going with wet stuff in the car, so I'm gonna go full on naked now. I don't have time for that. I'm gonna put the towel here as well, because I don't care if people see me naked now. This is a very cold challenge, so it's about survival. It's not about being worried that people see you naked. And now I'm gonna slide onto this very well prepared thingy here. I'm gonna take off my shoes that are also of course now soaked with cold water, and there we go. Close the door. Whew, we made it. The people there have not made it yet though. And now we're back in. The nice campfire animation has also started in the car already, and I'm gonna make it nice and cozy in this nice car in the camp mode. I'm actually gonna activate the heat of the seat, because it's also just very nice to have this option in a Tesla. And now I'm gonna chill here. It's time to activate music and just chill for a bit. You hurt me, this irresistible. Wow, oh yeah. Okay guys, so there we are. I am back fully closed. 25 minutes or nearly 26 minutes this took now to chill out a bit, listen to some music, check out some Instagram, and then get back clothed. What do you think? How much percent did we lose till now? I can tell you we are now at 59%, but I think I have this feeling we are close to 58. To be honest, because we are on 59 for a long time already. Maybe by the end of the video we're gonna reach 58. So we have it currently 1:30 or 1:28. I'm gonna now grab my wet swimsuit. Let's see if it's frozen. We're gonna check that out, and then of course we're gonna place it where it belongs, and that is actually the frunk. There we go. Ugh. Closed. So let's get in the front seat now. There we are. Nice and cozy in here. We have it now 1:40 p.m. All in all, we are now at 58%. So we lost between 3 to 4% of the LFP battery at 0 degrees in camp mode with the lowest fan setting possible on 20.5 degrees Celsius also. So it's a lot of different options you can make in the car that probably have influence. Higher fan speed of course uses more energy. Higher temperature of course uses also more energy. So things like these 2.5 kilowatt hours have been used for this camping feature now for me to be able to go ice bathing. But I really have to say I love this feature. Going in a sauna is even nicer. But sometimes, I just have this feeling of be home, but I still want to go like ice bathing because it gives me like this up mentally. So I go ice bathing, I have the car that heats me up very well, and it's very easy and quick, and you don't have to set up a whole sauna, wait until it heats up, and it's more practical in my opinion. So there you have it, guys. The camp mode is used in winter, especially in my situation for ice bathing. What are you using the camp mode for? Not only in winter but also in summer, because most of the time I just like to spend time in the car, do my normal work, you know, like when you're on the weekend you have to do some stuff, I don't know, like banking or whatsoever. You just take your laptop along and you just listen to some music and work. But now, enough said, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we're gonna see each other back in the next video. But until then, bye bye.